John Herbert Dillinger was born on June 22, 1903, inside Indianapolis, Indiana, America. His father owned a small grocery store near several busy neighborhood streets. His mother died when John Dillinger was only 4 years old. Young John felt lonely because his family changed completely after her death. His older sister helped raise him during many difficult family moments together. John often caused trouble because neighborhood boys influenced his behavior. He skipped school often and fought many boys across several local streets. His father became angry because young John ignored many important family rules. Many neighbors believed John Dillinger carried dangerous anger inside his young personality. Still, some friends described John as charming, funny, and extremely confident. One surprising event changed John Dillinger's future during his teenage years. His father moved their family toward rural Indiana, searching peaceful farming opportunities nearby. The quiet countryside seemed perfect for changing John Dillinger's dangerous behavior patterns. John worked hard across fields and farms during several difficult summer months. His father hoped country life would remove criminal thoughts from John's growing mind. For some time, John behaved better and respected several important family responsibilities. Still, hidden anger remained inside John Dillinger during many silent family evenings. Nobody understood how dangerous his future choices would become across many American cities. Soon, John Dillinger would begin shocking crimes against several frightened local communities. But another important decision appeared before his criminal story started across America. John Dillinger joined the United States Navy during his younger adult years. He wanted adventure, respect, and exciting experiences beyond quiet Indiana farming communities. Military life seemed difficult because strict officers controlled sailors through many harsh rules. John disliked authority and ignored orders from several powerful commanding officers. Soon, Navy leaders punished John because his behavior created serious discipline problems. He finally left military service after only several difficult months aboard dangerous ships. Returning home created frustration because stable jobs seemed extremely difficult finding during recession. Factories paid little money while families struggled through terrible economic problems across America. John worked different jobs but never enjoyed ordinary working life inside Indiana communities. His dangerous choices slowly returned during stressful nights with reckless neighborhood friends. One evening, John Dillinger joined another man during a terrible robbery attempt. The robbery failed because frightened victims fought back against both dangerous young criminals. Police officers arrested John Dillinger soon after several angry witnesses identified him. Inside court, judges promised serious punishment because violent robberies frightened local communities. John Dillinger expected several years inside prison because he admitted criminal responsibility. Still, the judge announced shocking punishment which destroyed John Dillinger's hopeful young future. The court sentenced him to ward prison between 10 and 20 difficult years. John felt furious because older criminals received lighter punishments for similar dangerous robberies sometimes. That prison sentence changed John Dillinger from troubled youth toward famous criminal forever. Inside prison walls, John met dangerous gangsters carrying terrible plans for future robberies. Indiana State Prison contained many experienced criminals during those difficult economic depression years. Several gangsters taught John Dillinger important lessons about weapons, banks, and escape methods. Young John listened carefully because experienced prisoners described profitable robberies across American cities. Many criminals respected John because his personality seemed fearless, confident, and extremely charming. Prison life hardened John Dillinger through constant violence and dangerous daily survival struggles. Guards treated prisoners harshly while criminals fought constantly inside crowded prison hallways. John developed strong friendships with several dangerous men planning future criminal operations together. One gangster named Harry Pierpont influenced John Dillinger through powerful criminal leadership skills. Pierpont believed organized robberies could bring quick wealth during difficult economic depression years. John Dillinger admired those ideas because ordinary working life disappointed him deeply before prison. Soon, John Dillinger dreamed constantly about freedom, money, and dangerous criminal adventures. Several prisoners secretly planned future bank robberies while serving prison sentences across Indiana. They studied police methods and discussed successful escape plans during many prison conversations together. John listened carefully while experienced gangsters explained details about weapons and stolen automobiles. The prison transformed John Dillinger into a smarter criminal carrying dangerous future ambitions. His father visited prison sometimes hoping John would change his violent criminal behavior. Still, John ignored many emotional conversations because criminal dreams controlled his thinking completely now. Many prisoners respected John because he remained calm during difficult prison conflicts. Guards noticed John Dillinger's confidence and watched his actions across prison areas. Nobody expected his future robberies would shock newspapers across the entire American nation. During those difficult years, America suffered terrible economic problems called the Great Depression. Many banks closed while families lost homes, jobs, and important life savings everywhere. Some angry citizens blamed banks for destroying ordinary working families through financial greed. John Dillinger understood those frustrations and used them during future robberies against frightened banks. Several Americans strangely admired criminals attacking wealthy banks during difficult Depression years. Newspapers printed exciting stories describing gangsters escaping police through dramatic, dangerous situations. John Dillinger followed those stories carefully while imagining his own future criminal adventures. Inside prison, he waited patiently while dangerous robbery plans developed among trusted criminal friends. Every passing month increased his anger toward police officers and government authority figures. Soon, prison doors would finally open for John Dillinger after many painful years. John Dillinger left prison during May 1933 after serving almost 9 difficult years. His father welcomed him warmly and hoped prison transformed John into a responsible citizen. Many neighbors remained suspicious because John Dillinger still carried dangerous confidence inside his. John promised several people he wanted honest work and peaceful family relationships again. Still, finding jobs remained difficult because former prisoners faced serious social judgment. Factory owners rejected John Dillinger because newspapers recorded his violent criminal conviction permanently before. Money problems returned quickly while dangerous former prison friends contacted John Dillinger frequently again. Those gangsters already planned robberies and needed skilled partners carrying fearless personalities. John faced difficult choices between honest poverty and exciting criminal opportunities offering quick wealth. One mysterious meeting soon changed his future beyond anything ordinary Americans imagined. Harry Pierpont contacted John Dillinger shortly after prison release through trusted criminal connections. Pierpont already organized experienced gangsters preparing dangerous robberies across several Midwestern American states. The gang needed automobiles, weapons, money, and fearless criminals supporting dangerous robbery operations. John Dillinger quickly joined because criminal excitement attracted him stronger than ordinary working life. Soon, gang members stole automobiles and weapons while preparing several dangerous future robberies. They studied bank locations, police schedules, and escape routes through surrounding local neighborhoods. John Dillinger showed natural talent during planning conversations with experienced criminal gang members. His confidence impressed several dangerous criminals carrying years of robbery experience before meeting John. Still, police officers already watched some gang members because previous crimes created serious suspicions. The first robberies would soon begin across frightened Midwestern communities during difficult Depression years. The gang robbed several small banks across Indiana and Ohio during early operations. John Dillinger carried weapons confidently while frightened bank workers handed money toward gang members. Many robberies lasted only minutes because gang members planned escape routes very carefully beforehand. Police officers struggled catching criminals because stolen automobiles disappeared across crowded American highways. Newspapers started printing stories describing mysterious gangsters robbing banks through fearless violent actions. Soon, Many Americans recognized John Dillinger's name through dramatic newspaper headlines across America. Some citizens secretly admired gangsters because banks remained unpopular during difficult economic depression years. Still, terrified bank workers described terrifying moments facing armed criminals during dangerous robberies. Police departments increased investigations because robberies spread fear through many peaceful Midwestern communities. John Dillinger enjoyed growing fame while dangerous pressure surrounded his criminal gang. One robbery ended badly when police officers captured several important gang members unexpectedly. John Dillinger escaped temporarily while several close criminal friends entered dangerous prison facilities again. He felt loyal toward those men because prison friendships created powerful emotional connections between criminals. Soon, John Dillinger organized dangerous plans helping imprisoned gang members escape government custody. He smuggled weapons inside prison through complicated secret methods involving several trusted criminal helpers. The escape succeeded because armed prisoners threatened guards during chaotic violent prison confusion. Several escaped gangsters joined John Dillinger again while police departments increased massive investigations. Newspapers exploded with shocking stories describing daring prison escapes and violent criminal robberies. Suddenly, John Dillinger became famous across America through exciting newspaper stories and photographs. But dangerous police officers prepared stronger responses against Dillinger's growing criminal organization. Federal agents started tracking John Dillinger because local police departments needed serious government assistance. The government feared organized gangsters embarrassed American law enforcement through repeated successful robberies. Several agents studied Dillinger carefully while collecting information about gang members and criminal hideouts. John Dillinger understood growing danger but continued robberies because criminal success increased his confidence. His gang traveled constantly between states using stolen automobiles and secret apartment hideouts. Many gang members changed clothes and appearances while avoiding suspicious police officers across America. John Dillinger sometimes used fake names while staying inside hotels near crowded American cities. Still, his growing fame created dangerous problems because many citizens recognized his famous face. Every robbery increased excitement while police pressure surrounded Dillinger's dangerous criminal organization. Soon, one dramatic event would transform John Dillinger into America's most wanted criminal. Police departments across America hunted John Dillinger during many dangerous criminal investigations. Newspapers printed huge headlines describing violent robberies and dramatic police chases across America. Many frightened citizens followed Dillinger stories because criminal adventures seemed shocking and unbelievable. John Dillinger enjoyed attention while dangerous pressure surrounded his criminal organization constantly across America. Several gang members carried weapons constantly because police officers searched aggressively throughout Midwestern states. Still, Dillinger continued robberies because quick money and excitement controlled his dangerous criminal lifestyle. Soon, another robbery created terrifying violence which shocked many ordinary American families. During one robbery, police officers confronted gang members outside a dangerous bank crime scene. Gunfire exploded suddenly while frightened citizens ran across nearby streets seeking personal safety. Several officers fired weapons while gangsters escaped through crowded roads using stolen automobiles. One police officer died because gang violence created terrible tragedy during dangerous criminal confrontations. Newspapers described Dillinger as public enemy because violent robberies threatened peaceful American communities. Federal investigators increased efforts because national pressure surrounded law enforcement agencies across America. John Dillinger understood police danger but continued criminal operations beside trusted gang members. His confidence remained strong because many robberies succeeded despite massive police investigations nationwide. Still, several gang members feared eventual capture because federal agents tracked criminals. Another shocking escape soon increased John Dillinger's legendary criminal reputation across America. Police officers finally arrested John Dillinger inside Arizona after several dangerous criminal investigations. He entered jail while many Americans believed his famous criminal career finally ended. Newspapers celebrated arrest stories because frightened communities wanted protection from violent gang robberies. Still, John Dillinger secretly prepared another dangerous escape plan inside heavily guarded prison walls. He carved fake wooden gun pieces carefully while guards watched prisoners through crowded hallways. Several reports claimed Dillinger painted wooden weapons using black shoe polish inside prison. One morning, John threatened guards using fake weapon while demanding prison doors open. Frightened guards obeyed quickly because they believed Dillinger carried dangerous loaded firearm inside prison. John Dillinger escaped successfully and stole sheriff automobile during chaotic prison confusion outside. That bold escape shocked America because nobody expected such dangerous criminal courage. Stealing sheriff automobiles created serious federal crimes because government laws protected interstate transportation. Federal agents gained stronger authority after Dillinger crossed state borders using stolen government vehicle. Soon, investigators from the Federal Bureau of Investigation joined dangerous national manhunts against famous gangsters. Director J. Edgar Hoover wanted victory against famous criminals threatening government authority. Federal agents studied Dillinger carefully while newspapers printed photographs across American cities constantly. Several citizens recognized Dillinger immediately because newspapers described his appearance through detailed reports. Still, some ordinary Americans admired Dillinger, because banks remained unpopular during economic depression years. Many poor families blamed banks for financial suffering across struggling American communities during recession periods. John Dillinger understood public feelings and sometimes behaved politely toward frightened ordinary citizens. Still, violence followed his gang because dangerous robberies created fear across America. One surprising event happened inside Chicago during Dillinger's dangerous criminal activities across America. John Dillinger visited plastic surgeons hoping facial changes would confuse federal investigators. Doctors performed painful operations attempting appearance changes through dangerous illegal medical procedures secretly. Several reports claimed surgeons changed scars and fingerprints across Dillinger's famous criminal body. Still, those painful surgeries failed because many citizens still recognized John Dillinger. His famous smile, personality, and confident behavior remained difficult hiding from suspicious investigators. Federal agents followed clues carefully while gang members changed hideouts across several crowded American cities. John Dillinger constantly moved because police raids threatened gang safety inside temporary criminal hideouts. Several dangerous shootouts happened while gang members escaped police officers through dramatic violent confrontations. One terrible confrontation soon created deadly tragedy for several important Dillinger gang members. Federal agents surrounded a lodge called Little Bohemia inside Wisconsin during one dark evening. Investigators believed Dillinger and several gang members hid inside that remote building together. Agents approached carefully while nervous gangsters relaxed inside cabins during late nighttime hours. Suddenly, gunfire exploded because confused agents mistakenly confronted innocent civilians leaving nearby areas. The chaos warned Dillinger while gang members escaped darkness through forests surrounding dangerous crime scenes. Several federal agents felt embarrassed because important criminals escaped another major government operation successfully again. Newspapers mocked investigators because Dillinger continued avoiding capture despite massive national police efforts everywhere. Still, gang members became exhausted because constant escapes created fear and emotional pressure. Several close Dillinger friends already died during violent robberies and dangerous police confrontations. John Dillinger understood his criminal future seemed increasingly dangerous after every passing robbery attempt. During summer 1934, federal investigators received important information from several secret criminal informants. One woman named Anna Sage contacted investigators through dangerous secret meetings inside Chicago. Newspapers later called her the "woman wearing orange" during famous criminal investigations. Anna Sage feared deportation and hoped government cooperation might protect her personal future somehow. She informed federal agents about John Dillinger's planned movie theater visit inside Chicago. Investigators prepared carefully because previous operations failed repeatedly against dangerous Dillinger gang members before. Federal agents surrounded streets quietly while citizens entered theaters during warm summer evening hours. John Dillinger arrived carrying confidence because crowded public places usually protected famous criminals effectively before. Still, hidden danger waited outside theater doors while federal investigators watched suspicious movements. One unforgettable night would finally end America's most famous criminal chase permanently forever. John Dillinger watched gangster movie scenes inside Chicago theater beside several female companions. Audience members laughed and relaxed while dangerous federal agents waited patiently outside theater doors. Several investigators recognized Dillinger immediately because newspapers printed famous photographs across America. Federal agents prepared weapons carefully while crowds exited theater during warm nighttime Chicago weather. John Dillinger stepped outside smiling while bright streetlights illuminated crowded city sidewalks clearly. Suddenly, agents shouted commands while frightened pedestrians moved away from dangerous confrontation areas. Several gunshots exploded loudly because investigators feared Dillinger might escape crowded Chicago streets again. John Dillinger collapsed outside theater entrance during shocking violent moments witnessed by terrified citizens. His criminal career ended near Chicago theater during July 22, 1934, permanently forever. Thousands followed news reports because Dillinger's stories fascinated Americans during difficult Depression years. Newspapers printed enormous headlines describing John Dillinger's dramatic violent death across America. Many citizens celebrated because dangerous robberies and violent crimes terrified communities across Midwestern states. Still, some Americans viewed Dillinger like rebellious hero fighting hated financial institutions during recession. His story inspired books, movies, documentaries, and endless criminal discussions across American culture. Several historians studied Dillinger carefully while examining difficult Depression life across struggling American communities. Many experts believed economic suffering helped criminals gain strange popularity during terrible recession years. Still, violent robberies caused fear, tragedy, and heartbreaking deaths across peaceful communities. Several police officers lost lives while innocent citizens suffered emotional trauma during criminal confrontations. John Dillinger became famous, but violence destroyed many innocent lives across America permanently forever. His dangerous story still fascinates listeners because excitement mixed closely beside terrible tragedy. Many people remember John Dillinger because his life contained danger, mystery, and shocking crimes. His story showed how anger and bad decisions destroyed promising opportunities across difficult circumstances. Young John once dreamed about adventure before criminal choices changed his entire future completely forever. Prison experiences and dangerous friendships pushed Dillinger deeper inside violent organized criminal activities. Still, several moments existed when different decisions could change his entire life direction. His father hoped John would become honest citizen living peaceful family life inside Indiana. Instead, Dillinger followed dangerous excitement toward violent robberies and constant police investigations everywhere. Newspapers transformed him into famous criminal figure through dramatic stories attracting public attention constantly. Even today, many listeners feel curious about America's dangerous gangster history during Depression years. John Dillinger's story remains unforgettable because excitement and tragedy filled every dangerous chapter.